Toni Gibson, a very good afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Hey, look, what's it like cutting your first album and putting it out there? Is it fear and trepidation?
It's very exciting. It's scary at the same time. Yeah, no, it's just been a great experience so far.
So in terms of the tracks, how do you pick the tracks? How do you put them together? Is that you? Is that the producer? How does it come to pass?
Well, I had a big input on the CD because we started it a couple of years ago and it was just done through us. So I got to choose songs I liked and I wanted to create a whole light and dark feel. And so there's elements of rock, Celtic, country, classical, and yeah, so I had a big say in it. And then later on I got signed to a record label, and it's in Australia, and they're Fanfare record labels. And yeah, and they gave me some song ideas too, and so we added them on. But I've had a huge input, and they, you know, asked me what I thought about the songs, and I really liked them. So
you've got quite a big voice, but you're not that big yourself.
No.
There's always that dichotomy when you meet you hear a voice and you have a picture, then you meet people and you go, when did you first start singing? Where did it come from?
Well, I've been singing since forever, but my first singing lessons was age 7. And yeah, my first song I actually learnt was Les Mis, from Les Mis. It was Cuss on the Cloud, and I came home and sang it to my parents, and they're like, oh, you can sing. So yeah, it started from there, and yeah.
And then you went on. Now, I believe you made your first recording when you were about 12.
Yes, I did. I won a competition down in Kapiti, and it was the prize was to make an EP CD, and so I did that, and me and my family, we went to one of Hayley Westner's concerts shortly after, and we found in Hayley Westner's the pamphlet, at the back of the pamphlet there was Gray Bartlett's contact details. So we decided to contact him, you know, and just see how it went, and we did, and he had lots of nice things to say, but he said, let's wait a couple of years and then see what happens. So a couple of years we did the same thing. We made an EP CD, sent it to him, and he said, let's wait a couple more years. So like, oh, okay.
Oh, at that stage, how were you feeling? Like, yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, I did. I waited, and it was age 16, and I made another EP CD, and we sent it to Gray, and he finally said, I want to take you on, and I think you have what it takes. So, yeah, that's how it started.
Well, Gray Bartlett, a lot of experience in the New Zealand industry and internationally. So, in terms of having someone like that behind you, what difference did it make once he came on board?
Oh, it made a huge difference, like, because he has all the contacts and everything, and it's made it easier for us. Because if it was just me, you know, trying to convince, you know, the big people, oh, you know, take me on, you know, I would have, you know, not much say in it. But Gray has been very helpful in that sense, and he's teaching me a lot, and yeah, it's been great working with him so far.
Well, in terms of young talent, you're 20 years of age. You know, the cliche is the world is your oyster. It's all sitting there. What are your dreams? What are your aspirations?
Well, I want a similar career to Sarah Brightman. Like doing concerts and making albums, and I also want to do Broadway and West End. Ultimate dream is to be Christine in the Phantom of the Opera. So
do you think you're more geared to live performance than to becoming a recording star? Do you like the interaction? Do you like the audience?
Yeah, I do. They both have good qualities. I like being in the studio for the fact that I feel like I get to concentrate on every aspect of the song, and really try and give it my best. But then I also like performing because I still try and give it my best, but you get that reaction from the audience, and you can feel the energy, and so they both have great aspects to them.
Well, it started with Les Mis. You no doubt you've seen the production and you've seen the movie. What would happen if there's your name in the credits of something like that?
Oh, it would be amazing. That would be definitely a dream. Yeah, I also would love to be in Sweeney Todd. I actually did Sweeney Todd in Levin. It was a little production there, and I was Joanna. I'd love to do it on the big stage one day.
Well, who knows? Who knows what it's going to bring? Now, look, Toni, where can we get hold of Echo in My Soul?
Well, it's released this Friday, and you can get it in all New Zealand stores and on iTunes.
There we are. It's Toni Gibson. It's her debut album, Echo in My Soul.